Holocaust Memories Never Forget. A Gentile baby boomer's painful journey into the Shoah. Section 6, Brutalste Gewalt, Brutal Violence. Part 30, from the 1st of January 1943 until the end of the war, May 1945. Here are more Holocaust-related events that took place in the summer of 1944. On the 8th of July, the SS cleared the Kovno or Kaunas ghetto and sent all the Jews to either Dachau or Stutthof concentration camps. As the ghetto was being burned to the ground, 2,000 or more Jews who had been in hiding were killed by the raging fires, explosions, or gunfire. On the 24th of July, the Ukrainian city of Lvov was overrun by the Soviet army, but the Germans had previously cleared the ghetto of more than 100,000 Jews, most of whom had already been gassed to death or sent to die in one of their many labor camps. A serious lack of planning by the Germans, along with a surprisingly rapid advance of the Soviet army, caused Majdanek concentration camp to be liberated essentially intact, giving the Allies their first chance to see in person the horrendous evidence of Nazi brutality and mass murder. On the last day of July, the Lithuanian city of Vilnius was liberated by the Soviets. On the same day, a convoy carrying 1,310 Jews to Auschwitz left Drancy Detention Center in Paris. Approximately 76,000 French Jews were murdered by the Nazis during the war. On the 1st of August, the Polish uprising began in Warsaw, which was fought predominantly by Polish citizens against the German army. It's important not to confuse the Polish uprising, often called the Warsaw Uprising, with the 1943 Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, which took place over a year earlier and was fought by Jews inside the ghetto. During the Polish uprising, which lasted over 2 months, heavily armed German units moved through Warsaw, destroying buildings with explosives and tank fire and burning most of them down, sometimes with the occupants still inside. Other German units, serving as the Wehrmacht's version of the SS Einsatzgruppen, spread out through Warsaw, slowly going from one building to another, herding thousands upon thousands of terrified Polish men, women, and children into courtyards and executing them. Estimates of the death toll range from 40,000 to over 100,000 Polish citizens and another 20,000 members of the Home Army. Eyewitness accounts of the massacre have been recorded in a 3-volume book entitled German Crimes in Poland, first published in 1946 as part of an Allied investigation into war crimes. On the 2nd of August, following a futile battle by gypsies being imprisoned at Auschwitz II Birkenau, between 3,000 to 5,000 of them were gassed to death. The gypsies, fully aware of what awaited them, fought with every ounce of their strength using work tools, makeshift knives, pipes, and any other weapon they could find against German machine guns, rifles, and hand grenades. On the 4th of August in Amsterdam, Anne Frank and her family were arrested along with the Van Pels family and another man hiding with them, Fritz Pfeffer. After several days of interrogation at various sites, including Reich Security Headquarters, they were all taken to Westerbork Detention Center to await transport east. On the 6th of August, with the Soviets driving the Germans westward at an alarming speed, approximately 27,000 Jews living east of the Vistula River were transported to Germany, where those who could still work were used as slave laborers, and the others were gassed to death. On the 31st of July, nearly all of the remaining Jews at Drancy Detention Center in Paris were deported to Buchenwald extermination camp. During the month of August, approximately 60,000 Jews in the Łódź ghetto were deported to Auschwitz, after which the ghetto was destroyed. In Italy during the war, thousands of non-Jewish civilians were killed by the Germans, but the worst single-day massacre took place on the 12th of August in the mountain village of Santa Anastasema. Despite the fact that no German soldiers were killed by the local partisans, an SS unit surrounded the village, gathered people in groups, then began killing them with pistols, rifles, hand grenades, and machine guns. The SS later burned down the village, slaughtered the livestock, then sat down and ate their lunch inside of the massacre. 560 innocent civilians were executed that day, among whom were 107 children and 8 pregnant women. A witness who survived said that one of the pregnant women was shot, then the infant was ripped from her womb and killed separately.